Hello, welcome to this 10-minute full body yoga flow. We'll start sitting on the heels or finding a comfortable seated position that works for you. Hands down on the thighs, we inhale, lifting the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, just dropping them down. Two more times like this. Inhale, lifting the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, heavy drop of the shoulders down. One more, inhale, and exhale. Just feeling the shoulders heavy now. Feeling your focus dropping into this practice together. Just 10 minutes for your mind and your body. We'll take a big inhale and exhale, release. One more like this, inhale, exhale, release. This time, inhale, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, twisting over to the right side as you take the left hand onto the right knee and right fingertips behind, gazing over the right shoulder. And keeping the left hand where it is, releasing the right arm all the way over to the left side for a side stretch. Releasing the hands down. We inhale, reaching the arms back to the sky, and this time twisting over to the left side, right hand onto left knee and left fingertips behind. Keeping the right hand where it is as you release the left hand all the way up and over for a gentle side stretch. Releasing everything back to center. We'll inhale, just coming up onto the toes, tucking the toes and sitting back onto the heels. Just take a stretch across the soles of our feet, taking the hands into prayer. If you need to, shift the weight forwards to ease the pressure in the toes, or sitting back if you want to increase the pressure. We'll stay here for another 3 deep breaths. We'll stay here for another 2 deep breaths. And releasing the hands out in front of you and just tapping the tops of the feet into the mat. We'll inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze up high for our cow pose. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, rounding through the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze as you sink the hips back towards your child's pose. And exhale, rounding through the spine as you shift the weight forwards into the hands. Inhale, dropping belly, lifting the gaze as you sink all the way back to the heels, passing through a child's pose. And gently rounding through the spine as you shift the weight forwards. Continuing this wave-like motion with your cats and cows, enjoying the fluidity of the spine. And this time as you round through the spine, shifting forwards, we'll release the hips all the way down to the mat, bending into the elbows to soften the body all the way down to lying, and just bringing the hands out in front of you, stacking shoulders over the elbows for our Sphinx. Lifting in the chest, feeling that open heart here. Taking 2 more rounds of breath. And releasing the hands back down in towards the chest. Taking the left arm out at shoulder height, keeping the right hand pressing into the mat as we pick the right toes up. Taking the left cheek down as you push into that right hand and planting the right sole of the foot behind you, or maybe just the big toe taps down today. Staying here, or maybe taking a bind with that right arm, wrapping it around the lower back. Feeling that deep open in the shoulder, the twist of the body massaging the internal organs. And releasing all the way back to center. We'll just switch sides, right hand out at shoulder height, right cheek down to the mat, picking up the left toes and pushing into that left hand to tip all the way back. Staying here or maybe binding behind with that left arm. And releasing everything back to center. Pressing into the hands as you shift the weight back through all fours and hips high, downward facing dog. Finding length in the spine and pressing into all four corners of the palm. We inhale, lifting the gaze forwards, drawing the right knee in towards the chest, planting the foot down between the hands, and windmilling the arms up to your warrior two. Planting the back foot down at 45 degrees, we inhale, flying the arms up to the sky, straightening both legs. And exhale, warrior two. Straightening the front leg, tipping all the way down to Trikonasana. Gazing up to the sky as an option. And maybe even reaching that top arm all the way forward. So just finding one long line here instead of our stacking of our shoulders, just as a variation. And releasing the hands down in front of you, taking our wide leg forward fold. Just passing through as we walk the hands towards the back of the mat, framing the front foot into our lunge. We reach the arms up to the sky. And taking the right arm underneath the left, we'll take eagle arms. Maybe just backs of the palms touch. And keeping the arms as where they are as you exhale, sweeping down and round through a wide legged forward fold and all the way up to your lunge facing the front of the mat. Taking one moment to lift in the elbows and then releasing the arms, floating them back, palms down, arrowhead, shifting the weight forwards over the front thigh, and taking the hands down to the mat, sweeping that right leg, keeping it straight if you can, all the way back up to the sky. Three-legged dog. And releasing the right leg down to meet in downward facing dog, taking a moment to settle. We inhale, drawing the left knee in towards the chest this time, foot down between the hands, back foot at 45, and releasing the arms, right arm then left up to your warrior two. Palms up to the sky, we inhale, reaching all the way up, straightening both legs, palms touch in prayer, and exhale, floating back, warrior two. Straightening the front leg, tipping all the way down, Trikonasana. Reaching that right arm all the way forwards, just as a variation in our triangle today. And then releasing the arms down, passing through your wide leg forward fold, crown of the head heavy as you sweep all the way over to the other side, coming over to find your lunge, reaching the arms up to the sky. We'll take those eagle arms, left arm under this time. Keeping the eagle arms as you swing through a wide leg forward fold, coming all the way up to your lunge in the other side, lifting the elbows high, gentle back bend, and releasing the arms as you float the arms back, palms facing down, arrowhead, and planting the hands to the mat. Seeing if you can keep the left leg straight as you sweep it all the way back, three-legged dog, and planting the feet down, downward facing dog. We'll float the body forwards to find plank, and using your exhale to lower the body down for chaturanga. We inhale for up dog, holding here, maybe taking a gentle rock from side to side, just for some fun. And hips high, downward facing dog. Lifting high on the toes, softly lowering the knees down to the mat, and untucking the toes as you sink back for child's pose. Option to draw the elbows slightly more closer together, and taking the hands in prayer at the base of the skull. A moment of complete surrender. Noticing how your body and your mind feels different just from a short 10-minute practice. Feel free to stay here or finishing your practice with me, rolling up through the spine, coming back to sitting on the heels, hands still in prayer at heart center. Finding a moment of gratitude, gratitude to yourself for showing up, for your mind and your body. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.